What up, what up, what up, what up? This is episode 2 of the iLLogical Sense podcast with me, Busby, and...
JC, what's happening?
And your girl, Yvanna Mama.
Yep. This is episode 2, and when I started this podcast, I just wanted to do it for myself. I wanted to spread my voice out there to the world, express myself with my friends and all that stuff, but it's been going on for the past, week or two. Has just been weighing on my mind very heavy. I do not want to talk about it. I kind of didn't want to talk about it, but I felt this is like the time and place and the placement to do it. So last week, there was yet another killing of an innocent black man when all he was doing was selling CDs, and pretty much he was killed while being black on camera. And yet again, it was on camera, the police shot him. And then a day later, another black man was killed in Minnesota while he was in a car with his children and all that. And there's been a lot of protests, a lot of speeches, just a whole lot of bullshit. And honestly, I'm just kind of tired of it. I'm tired of hearing all this shit. I'm tired of all the protesting. I'm tired of all the hashtags because it's just not proving anything. Hashtags aren't working right now. So I don't know how I'm doing. I don't know how we're going to get through this, but all I know is that we could just pray up. Just pray up. Because at the end of the day, they don't really care about us. They don't care about us, but I know for one thing that I love myself, and at the end of the day, everything's going to be all right. And that's all I got to say about that.
Pretty much piggybacking off that, this is something that people like myself and Busby have grown up dealing with our entire lives. I mean, this is the black man experience, if you want to call it that. We're taught at a young age to act differently than our other counterparts when it comes to interactions with the police. We're taught to be just a little bit more polite when it comes to the police, more quiet, more still, and even that is proven not to be as effective as you know. Basically, it doesn't matter whether you're hollering, hooting, or you sitting down quiet. At some point, there's still a common meaning, and that's something that really needs to be rectified at this point. You would think in a day and age where technology provides video footage on a situation that people will receive the benefit of the doubt. My thoughts on it. Again, I've grown up with this, but in seeing the events take place in Dallas, that's not the way. And we got to find a common ground. To me, it doesn't matter how many lives have been taken as far as black, brown lives. When you start intertwining that and start taking cop lives, then we're moving into a whole another stratosphere that none of us wants to go in, and we need to find a different route. We need less demanding as far as this is my way or the highway. We need more empathy, we need more sympathy, we need more love at the end of the day. So again, I wish I could say I'm surprised by everything. I'm not. Eventually, everything from Trayvon to Mike Brown and other instances leading up, I was vocal on social media then saying, you can only push a dog so long. Not trying to use that reference to, reference black people. It's an analogy. You can only push for long before the dog starts to bite back. Mm-hmm. And Dallas, I don't want to say that was directly inclusive on the Black Lives Matter, because the guy that did it acted alone.
More of a warning.
Yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, like I said, it's not a route that we want to go towards. So, we need to find some common ground within, the diversity crowd, and as well as common ground within ourselves. So prayers up to everybody. Don't let this deter your positive energy and make you bitter or evil towards each other. If anything, allow this to open your hearts and try to come together, so that way we can all try to find a reasonable solution. And that's my thoughts on that.
Such a sensitive topic. I don't know what the hell I would do if I was in your guys' shoes or if I was a black male. It's ridiculous. It's like I have to text people that I love, like, yo, like, make sure if you do get stopped, don't do anything. That's sad. Like, don't move. Like, don't do any hands up. That's so sad, and I can't even imagine being in that position. And we have all these protests going on. I gotta give a shout out to the game for doing that silent protest. That was dope. Like, I read a text message that he had sent out, and it was like, leave the women at home, leave the kids at home, we're gonna march in silence. It's, you know, there was no talking, it was a silent protest, and that was pretty dope. I had to touch base on Rosenberg's view on the whole situation. He's right. He was like, where are the cops? Why aren't the cops going against the cops? Why aren't you guys standing up against each other? Like, anytime somebody comes up and anytime someone interviews a cop, they're just like, oh, well, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. We need some gun control. We gotta figure something out, man, because it's not enough. These hashtags, like Busby said, they're not doing anything. And then you got like hashtag wars, like Blue Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter, All Lives Matter. It's like a war between all of that. And then you got people saying, well, it starts with black on black, blacks against black. Where what are we doing about that? It's just a mess. It's a real mess. And I just want to know, like, what do you guys think is the solution? Like, what can be done? What can we do more than what we're doing?
Nothing.
You just gotta wait. There's a lot of all the music that I've been listening to lately. It's just been about this, and we're gonna talk about ScHoolboy Q's album in a little bit. And he mentioned on Twitter that he had wrote some of his songs that pertain to the situation a year ago, and stuff was still going on a year ago, but it's just more relevant now. And I listened to YG's album, and it's just blacks and browns, and it's like all of this is just hitting home right now.
And what's even more crazy is how Jay-Z released his spiritual record, and he wanted to release it last year, but then he just felt like it's still relevant to this day, and then it just dropped after all this crap happened, and he's just like, fuck, man. It's just all fucked up. Everything's fucked up right now, but we just gotta pray on it, and I just wanted to like start the show off just like this. I didn't want to dwell on it. I didn't want to do it because, just bring a somber mood. The world's already fucked up as it is. But on the lighter side, ScHoolboy Q.
Before we get into that.
What the hell, bro?
It's just like Kendrick said, man.
Oh.
We gonna be all right, man.
Well, of course.
We gonna be all right.
We gonna be all right. I said that earlier, but speaking of TDE, ScHoolboy Q dropped his, sophomore album? Or was it like third album, mixtape? How you want to call this?
You call it his sophomore album
for a major label.
It's his sixth project overall, but
6?
Yeah, he had 2 mixtapes prior. Before Setbacks.
Okay, so yeah, this is his, I guess, sophomore major label project, the Blank Face LP. And, I was pretty excited about it. But when it comes to ScHoolboy Q, I'm very just about him. Like, he's cool. Don't get me wrong. When I hear him on his features, he's cool and all that. But when I heard Habits and Contradictions, like, it was cool. And then I just started just dwelling, and it was just It grew on me over time. And that's the same thing that happened with Oxymoron. I was very on it at first, and then it just grew on me. So Blank Face, as of right now, it has some heaters on there, like John Muir. Is that how you call it? John Muir? John Muir. Yeah, that shit slaps all the way through. Dope Dealer with E40.
I love Dope Dealer. Yeah.
You actually like Dope Dealer, huh?
Yeah, I like Dope Dealer.
Yeah. And, there's like a lot of smacking records on there, but then to me, it just feels kind of like to me. But it's not bad. It's just, it just has to grow on me.
I feel what you're saying, because I kind of feel the same way. I don't know, I don't know, it's just not for me, I guess.
Yeah, like you gotta be in...
Not the end, one of the songs with Miguel.
Oh, yeah.
Stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, and Black Thoughts.
Yeah, Black Thoughts was pretty dope. But
that was the song that was referencing.
But when JC hit me up when the album dropped, he was just like, "Yo, it's album of the year. It's fucking amazing."
I did not say it's album of the year.
Album of the year contender. That's what you said.
Album of the year material. We should find out. We shall see.
Okay, he was bigging it up, and I was like, okay. And I listened to it, and I was just like, I gotta let it grow on me. So, you know, it's cool.
It's not bad. It's
not bad.
Great.
Yeah, there you go. It's not great. You know, and it's better than Oxymoron. I can give you that. It's way better than Oxymoron, in my opinion. But like I said, it's gonna grow on me. So give me like a few months, and I'll probably enjoy it. So now you just go in.
I love this album.
I know you do.
Like, it's from top to bottom. Like, it's a true, genuine experience. I like the fact he came out and he was like, yeah, my last album was, you know, I made some good decisions that, you know, I liked. I also would have made some bad decisions and leaving off some records that the labels want me to put on, which was Man of the Year, and then Studio, which ended up being platinum selling singles. So he admitted both, you know, his goods and, you know, the stuff he needed to work on both as an artist and businessman. But I liked his approach overall to this, where he didn't care about singles. And Groovy Tony and that part are perfect proof of that. I mean, they're just raw songs where you can't help but turn them into singles. Like, they're so dope. And then the fact that when you listen to the album, Groovy Tony actually has a verse from Jada. He killed that one. And then it turns into Eddie Kane, which is, for those that have never seen the 5 Heartbeats, go back and see the 5 Heartbeats. Eddie Kane is is the lead singer of the group.
5 Heartbeats is a classic,
like,
by the way.
I'm gonna be honest, I don't know who these people are. Like, but I like the song. I'm like, I don't know what this is, but it sounds good.
But no, I love the rawness of Groovy Tony and then Eddie Kane. Ride Out is something that's vicious, that's cold, that's everything that it's just one of those songs where, you know, it just the sound, it immediately grabs your attention, and the way they ride the hook. Then Vince Staples puts down a great verse. By Any Means, if you haven't picked it up by now, that's Kendrick in the background on the hook.
You gotta talk about a dope dealer, man.
Hey, man, shout out to Uncle 40, dude, for real.
And anybody that's dissing that 40 verse, y'all just need to shut the fuck up.
Like, on the real. Shut up.
E40 is one of the most greatest veteran hip-hoppers out there, and everybody in hip-hop respects him. So y'all need to put some respect in his name.
When Dope Dealer... So, the first time I was listening to the album, I was in my room. I had my headphones on. And just everything that came on with Dope Dealer, just the way it was feeling, I already screwed up my face, and I was like, okay, like, this something's gonna happen. And then... It just drops and you're like, oh, like, I'm like, you pull your hoodie over your face and you're like just shaking your head like, they didn't do that, like, please tell me they didn't do that, and you just riding it out. And then the second time I played the album, I was actually driving back from San Francisco, and it just amplified it up to where you're driving and like you're like you know what's coming, and it still drops, and you still screw your face up as you're speeding on the freeway, and it was just, man, that record right there, that's a special record. And then, you lead into,
John Mayer.
Yeah, you lead
that
into that
shit
one.
rides, man. That shit rides all the way through. That's like one of those looks like you just, like, nod your head and just, like that. I always replay that record the most. That's one of his best records he's ever made, in my honest opinion.
That's dope. I love that record. But then, like, Yvanna was saying how, there were 2 songs that he specifically cited that he wrote a year ago about the topics that's going on that we're dealing with in the last week, and they still reign as far as how consistent with the events as if he wrote it yesterday. The first one being "Never Change" with SZA on the hook. There's a line where he says, "Paranoid, the cop that keep my gear in park, pull me out the car to give me black thought." Like, that's something that's not gonna go away. You know what I mean? Like, that's something that whether you black, brown, you feel that way. Mm-hmm. And it just so happened is getting highlighted again in the media as regards to what happened last week. So I mean, a lot of this stuff that he's put out, it's very hardcore, it's very induced. Very, very street sound, but there's just something about TDE's artists where they can just take this raw sound and they can deliver on a mainstream forefront, per se, where they make it appealing you have no choice but to buy the records.
True, and even they go from the videos to the
Right.
how they drop the album and everything.
And I love the way that he set up the
Black Thought video.
That's actually part 3 of.
Oh, is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, it's like a whole movie.
By Any Means is part
seen
1.
the other one.
By Any Means is part 1, and then they actually did Tookie Knows 2 is part 2, and then Black Thought's 3. And Tookie Knows 2, man, that's. So
I was very on that last track.
See,
Very because it didn't really have that ending. It was like, because to me, like, your album has to have a great opening and then like a really great ending. And the way it just ended, it was just like, it was cool, but it was like maybe just one more track.
See, for me, the reason why I like this is because obviously Tookie Knows 1 is just an interlude off of Habits and Contradictions.
Mm-hmm.
So then there's nothing spit. It's just he's doing his ad-lib sounds, and then he just says Tookie Knows at the end. So you're kind of like, a few years back, you're like, man, like, why didn't he just do a song? This one, it like actually dives into it. I like the fact that he got 2 guys that we've never heard of.
Yeah.
Like his homeboys. So it gives it that authenticity of, we might die for this, as far as him talking about, the gang culture.
Kind of how like Still Brazy was.
Yeah, exactly. But in a sense, we might die for this. I saw a few of the protests, and people had picket signs saying we might die for this. So it's something a lot bigger than, the gang culture. Mm-hmm. And, the stuff that they're talking about in the song, it resonates, and it's got meaning. Like, it's one thing, and this is what I've been having conversations with the past week, because I've been paying attention to certain artists that have remained silent over the last week, but they love to
brag.
They love to brag about they put on for the culture and they do this, they do that, but they're nowhere to be.
What is it?
We.
Oh, you telling me not to be petty? You might as well just say it, bro.
Well, I said it last week. I don't like Young Thug, so I mean, I guess if I can go into more detail with that, I don't like.
Of course, it's Young Thug. I just didn't really pay attention. Period. Because at the end of the day, there were.
I just noticed how he was quiet once again.
Of course, he's quiet.
The reason why I don't like Young Thug is he had an opportunity. Whether it was the BET Awards or the BET Hip Hop Awards.
It was BET Hip Hop Awards.
He had an opportunity to speak on
Ferguson.
It was Mike Brown, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, they had an opportunity to speak on Mike Brown, and he shut the reporter down and was like, nah, I don't want to talk about that.
Getting our money. We getting money.
We're talking about jewelry, this is that. And ever since then, it rubbed me the wrong way. Like,
oh, yeah, he said this last year?
A couple years ago. Like, it could have been me. It could have been my brother. It could have been my cousins.
Brother.
It could have been Busby. It could have been anybody. And he would have shunned us down for stuff that you can't take when you die. And that's something that can be, material can be taken away just like that.
Yep.
Like, just because you have it today doesn't mean you have it tomorrow. So for me, it's always rubbed me the wrong way. Whether he's on as features, that's one thing. As far as a solo artist, I will not support Young Thug. I have not, and I will continue not to do so. But in saying that,
what would you rate this project?
Well, we could get there first, because in saying that, the point of bringing that up is that even though the content is reflective, there's a good amount of songs that are reflective of the gang culture. There's a message through it. It's not like he's just throwing all this stuff out there just to be gangbanging.
Yeah, I feel it.
Like, there's a message behind it. Same thing with Still Brazy, like I mentioned last week. Like, there was a message behind all this. Like, it wasn't like, yeah, I'm banging, this is how I want to live, this is our life. It was like, well, this is kind of the life I was given. And it's the only life I knew until, I got a little money and, I was able to choose a different path. So it's something I greatly appreciate. And, obviously being a TDE artist, it's good off my book. Now, as far as ratings go, I haven't given it a rating yet. I mean, I don't like giving out ratings within weeks of listening. I feel like I really need to sit on projects, especially nowadays, considering how the frequency of all music just keeps popping out.
Mm-hmm.
So as far as ratings goes, I can't give you a number right now. I shouldn't say I can't. I don't like saying can't. I won't give you a number right now.
It'll just change up. But as of right now, what would you give? As of right now,
I mean, it's if I'm going off of right now, it's got to be in my top 10 of the year.
Okay, so like what, a 4 out of 5? 5 out of 5?
You are pressing the issue.
I'm saying, like, I mean, I can't rate it right now. Just
I can tell you what I give it.
I mean, it would be in my top 10 right now.
As of right now, I give it like a 3.5 to 4. It might change. It will go to a 4. I will enjoy it, but give me time. So.
Interesting thing that happened to me with ScHoolboy Q. I went. It was like a ASAP Rocky show, and I didn't really know who ScHoolboy Q was, but he was performing, and I was like taking photos or whatever. Guess who was right by me in a hoodie that I did not even know was him until he like ran onto the stage.
You guys play the guessing game? We're gonna play a guessing game. Want to play a guessing game?
You can play. I know what you're talking about.
I know.
Do you?
Yeah, probably. I know. Mr. K. Dot.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my god.
You'll never know. I mean, unless you're looking for him, he's my height. I'm 5'6" on the record. So
he had a SF Giants hoodie, and he was just like
5 foot something.
Mm-hmm.
Just chilling. I'm like,
He looks like a normal dude.
Yeah.
Did you say hi to him?
oh yeah. I was like, can I take a picture of you? So I have a picture with him, but
Nice.
random. Okay, so we're gonna talk about Joe Budden.
Oh, you ain't not gonna rate your shit?
Well, what are we missing?
Before we get into that, I want to shout out my youngin' Joey. Somehow, some way, this man and his brothers, my boy James and their youngest brother Christian, they somehow end up at all these concerts, front row, live and center. And when ScHoolboy Q popped off the little promo stops, he stopped his show in the middle of the show. He actually shouted Joey out and said, "That's my biggest fan. He shows up at every show I have, front and center."
Every show. That's crazy. That's super fan shit right there.
And their last name's Guel, so I call them Gueluminati because I have no idea how the hell they're always there, front and center. But shout out to Joey because that's a big feat for any artist to stop their show and give you a props.
So like every TDE show.
Every TD show. He's got pictures of them, not just the TD shows, but the meet and greets.
What the fuck?
All of them hanging like
somewhere.
Yeah. Like when we go back down to LA, like, I keep trying to hit him up like, yo, I need a plug. Like
I need to give you the damn plug.
Man, that's little homie. If I need it, he got it. It's gravy. It's all good.
So what would you give ScHoolboy Q's album, Yvanna? Like what would you rate it out of 5?
I gotta listen to it a little more.
Yeah, I don't know why he presses for that.
Well, I'm just trying to get some ratings out of y'all so you can get an idea.
I mean, you get an idea with where we would put it.
Go back and just be like, oh, but you said.
Yeah.
No, not
you
even.
said it was a 3 point something, whatever.
Nah. That's what I said as of right now. That's what because it will change. So
I honestly haven't even gotten to grading this.
Because you got mad at me when I told you I was about it.
Well, yeah, I mean,
I was just like
you're praising, the life of Pablo,
because I love the life of Pablo.
Yeah, but I'm going back listening. But I'm going back listening to it lyrically, and I'm like, huh?
But
like
still.
I like the life of Pablo too, but I mean lyrically, is it,
I know lyrically, but like it grabbed me from the first, he had me at model.
I'm just saying.
And bleached asshole. That's when he had me.
Like, you know what I'm saying?
That's what he had me. Bro.
I'm just saying when you got lyrics like that, but
Hey, but it will grow on me. I will like it probably by next month.
I will say Kanye did spit some bars on this album.
Okay.
Bars. I love them.
I don't get how people don't like that verse. Everyone online saying they hate that verse and Kanye's washed.
Matter of fact, no trolling aside, that's a top 5 verse all time. Just for the simple fact, he said he felt like Kobe.
No, he just said okay. How long did he come up with that? Did he just sit there and just write okay?
It was 6 times. It was 6 times. I bet the last time instead of okay it was OKAY too, and just to put some emphasis on it.
Walking, living legend, man. I feel like Kobe.
Yeah, that part.
Yeah, no pun intended.
Fire.
Well, yeah, so in other news, another little light news, distraction news, Joe Budden is still obsessed with Aubrey.
Uh-oh.
Completely obsessed with him. He dropped another diss track to him called
You said it wasn't a diss. Oh.
Anyway.
Why you fix your face like that? Don't do her like that.
I'm not. Anyway.
Yeah, the look of disgust.
Anyway. Nah, damn, you just messed me up.
I'm sorry.
Anyway, he's
obsessed.
He's obsessed. He did a song called Wake. Well, pretty much he probably was mad that Drake didn't respond to him. So you gotta warm that shit up. Microwave right there.
Pizza's
Yeah, we all had pizza. We all Yvanna bought us pizza, so yeah, we all should thank her. I mean, you guys can say thank y'all eating the pizza, but we eating the pizza. That shit good as fuck.
As a result, she's getting the most airtime today. Just
Ever.
know that. So I'm trying to remain relatively silent.
But you were just talking for a goddamn 15 minutes, though.
I'm done now.
I see how you try to cut him off.
I'm done now.
Yeah, we're gonna sit back and get this pizza though. But Joe Budden, he was just talking shit as always. But I didn't like the first diss track, the first response, quote unquote, because he just wasn't really saying anything. It was just like, all right, bro, whatever. But this shit right here, the shit he was saying on this shit, let me just look up some of these lyrics because he just went in. Like, he really went in there to just, like, get him. He said, Gucci wasn't home 2 seconds before you rode his dick.
Bam.
Right there. What was the other one? He was saying, you took Party's record and put it on your party record.
Bam.
Like, and there's, like, so much stuff. He called him a culture vulture. He was saying so much stuff about Aubrey that it was just like, damn, he has to respond to that. But then when I really think about it, he's not going to respond.
But Busby loves this.
Oh, I just love the fact that everyone's seeing him for what he is. He's a pop star. Drake is a pop star at the end of the day. Like I said it last week. JC said it last week. And now I'm going to say it. So next week, Yvanna going to say it. It's going to be like every 3 weeks, we're going to keep reminding you guys that Drake is a pop star. Pop stars don't respond. I mean, shit, Taylor Swift probably will respond before fucking Drake does.
Damn, man.
Yeah. I mean,
she did go at Kanye.
She goes at Kanye, shit. I mean, the tour is going to happen, the whole Summer 16 stuff, but this is hip-hop right now, and everyone's all going like, oh, he's too big to respond, he's too big for this, and Joe Budden went on record saying, I don't care about record sales, I don't care about the memes, I'm not Meek Mill, I don't care about all this, all I want him to do is rap, because he is a Drake fan, believe it or not, and he wants to get that MC out of him, because he knows it's in him, but at the end of the day, did he write those lyrics? He's probably not an MC, he's probably Lil Bow Wow. I've said it once, I said that again. He is probably Lil Bow Wow. And then, like I said last week, is he going to respond? I'm not banking on it. I mean, if he did, he'd probably give him half a bar. But other than that, it's not in him. I don't think...
How about Drake's response to Meek? Do you think that someone wrote that?
Most likely.
No,
you can't... Like, everything, ever since Meek Mill said that stuff, I've questioned everything that's came out of his mouth. Pause.
Who was old boy? Not Quentin Miller.
Oh,
who was old boy that left?
Shut up! Oh shit! Not Punch. What's his name? The
one that was that sued him or something like that. You know what I mean?
His bodyguard. What the fuck is his name? Chubbs? No, not Chubbs.
No.
I know what you're talking about though.
I want to say his name was Ahmed, but I know that's not right.
No,
because he went on video. Remember, he kept going on video and was just
Moji, right? The Moji.
That might be right. You think he wrote that and then got fed up when he didn't get paid?
I don't know. He probably Drake has so many writers right now. I question everything, even from comeback season. I question everything he's ever rapped.
I mean, for the record, I have no problem with pop stars.
Me neither.
I just feel like if you're representing hip hop, you got to do this for the culture.
And you got to respond. I mean, Eminem responded to Benzino. Benzino was running the stores, and to the average hip hop fan, nobody knew who the fuck Benzino was until he dissed Eminem. And Eminem could have just shut up because he was at that time he was on top of the world. #1 album, #1 movie, mixtapes, everything. He didn't have to say a damn word. But the MC in him, he had to respond. Jay-Z responded to 50 Cent. With How to Rob, he responded to him saying, "I'm about $1. What the fuck's a 50 Cent?" And 50 Cent was like, "Fuck you replied to me." Kind of damn near made his career.
I mean, I'll take it even further because I'm a big student of hip hop as a culture. Once upon a time ago, back in the late '80s, there was a kid by the name of Chris who heard MC Shan's record about what was it? The Bridge.
Oh, The Bridge is over?
Yeah. No, that was Chris.
Oh.
The Bridge, where they were talking about where hip hop was started, or it wasn't even pretty much that. It was it was just a story about talking about where they came from. And MC Shan, if I'm not mistaken, was where is he? From Queens.
There you go.
And then this kid named Chris, who would later become KRS-One, was from the South Bronx. This is similar to that because he interpreted that track as, well, you're saying that hip-hop started in Queens. That's not true. It took place in the South Bronx. So he came out, made a diss record. At the time, KRS-One was a nobody. MC Shan, was actually putting in work. And MC Shan had an option. I could either respond to this nobody, or I could keep it pushing because it's not about business and it's not about money. Mm-hmm. Like the arguments I've been seeing on Twitter. But MC Shan, understanding the the core and the ideologies of what hip hop is and the competitiveness, he responded back. Mm-hmm. Which then had KRS-One respond back. And KRS-One's career took off from that. Mm-hmm. Now, obviously, since then, they've squashed whatever they had. They're good friends. But the point of the matter is, I don't care if you're... In this case, I've even had people say that Joe Budden's a nobody.
Please.
I don't know how you've been a nobody for 11 years. And people know, or 12 years, and people know your name.
They're trying to put that in their narrative.
I don't understand
They think of loving hip hop. They think of all the little shit he does instead of the mic booth, because he could rap his ass off.
Look, man.
They just call him a podcaster, right?
They call him a pod. Meek Mill's stupid. Like Joe Budden said, he's stupid.
Look, man, there's nobodies and then there's podcasters. I ain't seen one nobody and one podcaster stand on an XXL cover with the likes of Eminem before in my life. Mm-hmm. So that all needs to be killed, right? That needs to be stopped. Mm-hmm. The point of that is that whether you like Joe Budden as an artist, that's up for debate. Don't matter to me. Whether you feel like he's still relevant, whether he's washed, I really don't care. The man is very well respected within the industry for being a lyricist. Mm-hmm. So from that standpoint, it's not he's not relevant. He's not selling records. This ain't about selling records.
It's about hip hop.
This is about me coming at you, testing your manhood, so per se. And
pretty much
you had no problem flexing when it came to Meek Mill. You damn sure ain't have no problem flexing on Diddy 2 years after Diddy done slapped you up in a parking lot.
Mm-hmm. Come on,
bro. So, and Diddy ain't even had a record out. I mean, yeah, he had the Money Making Mitch record, but I mean, that was a Puff Daddy in the Family. Like, he ain't have like an album like that. Mm-mm. So, for that argument, like that's inexcusable to me. Like, it don't matter to me if Drake wins, loses, ties.
We just want to hear you rap. We want to hear you respond.
Put on for the culture. That's all we want.
When you go on that OVO Fest stage or whatever, don't put Joe Budden's face up there. You're probably going to do some sketch where you pretend you're a podcaster or some shit, and everyone on Twitter is going to be like, "Oh my God, he killed him!" Ha, ha, ha. But it's not going to be no rap. Like, we just want to hear you rap. Go on OVO, acknowledge it. But pop stars don't acknowledge shit. So
there you go.
So
we just want that. That's all we want for the.
But at
we
the end of the day,
we want the police to stop killing us,
and we want Drake to stop being a pop star.
There you go. That's what we on this week.
But he's gonna be a pop star. So yeah. So at that point, like another thing, my homeboy told me this the other day. He told me that Drake's downfall was gonna come like years ago, and I was like, well, that ain't gonna happen. And then the ghostwriting shit happened, and then it was like he just ignored it. He hasn't even like. Got at it head on. He just ignores it. The fans are going like, "Oh, he's just lying about it." And, dude, at the end of the day, I don't know, something. I had to say, I just had a brain fart right there.
I guess.
Yeah, I guess indeed. Shit. Anyway, gossip shit. Gossip shit. Yvanna is gonna tell us all the shit that's been going on.
Let me know what's going on in the world, Yvanna.
What's going on? Where is Ja? Where is Ja?
Okay, do you guys
where is Va?
April Jones. Y'all gonna be like, who?
Yeah, who?
And Omarion have split up.
Oh, okay. Shots of love and hip hop.
Yeah.
Why did they break up for?
They said it's mutual, which breakups are never mutual. They have two beautiful kids together.
Beautiful, huh?
They're cute. They're so cute.
Yeah.
Isn't Bow Wow, your favorite person in the world, is asking Omarion to like join him in Swaggy P and go to the strip club and do all this like wild single shit.
Fun.
And
strip clubs are blah to me.
They're ready for him to join the singles club, but that's going on. They say it's mutual. I highly doubt that.
I heard that she was texting a Mexican dude. Omarion found the text in the phone, and they were speaking Spanish.
I thought it was
half was English, half was Spanish.
I thought she tweeted something about All Lives Matter or some shit like that. And he got mad about it.
No, that it was not about that.
Sure, it wasn't.
But she did. But I actually did see that on Twitter, where she actually put "I'm single" and she put the fingernail emojis on.
Yeah,
which leads me to believe that there was
hope for you.
No, that there was a little Rodrigo that was in her cell phone talking to her in Spanish.
What you thinking that? The nails?
Well, yeah, because I mean, anytime you're flaunting, I'm single, and you don't want to divulge in a little situation. Now, granted, I don't need to know what's in their business, but if you don't at least put down those rumors, that just leads me to believe, like, okay, you got something that you don't want known to the public. I can respect that because Omarion definitely ain't gonna be the one to talk about it because he's
probably gonna go back to Chris Strokes.
That's funny. That you
Come on, man. Stop, dog. He ain't Raspy. Speaking of that, you remember? I'm sorry, Ivana. Do you remember when Raspy called Marcus Houston and he was cussing at him on the phone? And Marcus Houston got fed up, said, "Nigga, don't be calling my phone." And he just hung up on him.
Going all Ray J on him. I'm gonna take you down and rape you in the booty hole.
Yeah. Now smack that nigga.
Like an inside joke, me and JC. Yeah, go on. We just assholes.
How do you guys feel about Baby Future?
Oh my God.
I told you about that this morning.
Mama, give me a kiss. And then going to Russell and be like, Papa, give me a kiss.
Petty Pendergrass, that's what it is. Man. She's just petty. She just wants to start drama, man.
She didn't. That happened? I guess
she knew what she was doing. Ciara knows what she's doing with all of this. She's trying to piss off.
He was getting his hair cut. You know, she came through.
Russell Wilson is a pawn. I honestly don't care about it because it's none of my business.
Married.
She's using that nigga, man. Oh, man. The Seahawks are gonna go 0 for 16, dog. I really hope that happens.
Glad she's not with Future.
Why?
He has like 5 baby mamas and kids. Like that's a pattern.
He's going to see if he kept it.
She's gonna be a baby mama. And now she has
wicked.
A real man, huh?
Yeah, he's so sweet.
Yeah, Russell Wilson he's a good man, but he's being used.
He's being
now.
Hella used.
And I'm not saying that she's using him for love. Like I would bet money that she actually does love him. I would bet money that his relationship with Baby Future is actually authentic.
I think it is.
Would you be surprised if she goes back with Future? Like
no.
Future. She would never go back.
If that's the case, then that needs to be written into the WWE storyline because that's an awesome twist of events.
It could happen. It could happen.
My thing is, I feel like
just in the outfield, people, y'all know that.
I just feel like Russell Wilson is being used as a pawn in this instance. I mean, when you think about how all this started off, like
Future, at the Super Bowl, that's where it started.
Well, no, it went back even deeper than that. I mean, Future was really dragging her throughout records before she even got with Russ. Mm-hmm. And I feel like when they started dating and she got this overwhelmingly positive feedback. It's kind of like, and she could tell it was getting under Future's skin. Then it was like, ooh,
she ran with it.
Yeah, like, and
I mean, any woman's gonna run with if you have a good man and you know you're making it like he's mad and shit. You can run with that.
I mean, and my thing is I want to feel for Future, but at the same time, you can't drag one of your baby mamas. And then when she knows how to play the game just as good or even better.
We're not even saying your name at a freaking nomination ceremony.
Yeah, like, petty. I mean, I want to feel for him, but you know off top that women got that button. As soon as you press that button, that petty level.
It's going to go at an all-time high, bro.
So, I mean, you know, I want to feel for him, but at the same time, like, you kind of opened up that box. So, I will say this, that these recent events, I am very excited for Dirty Sprite 3. I hope that is a classic as a result of this.
God, bro.
I'm expecting fire.
But if you're Future though, how do you feel about your son calling another man Papa?
That'll piss me off. That'll piss any real dad out. That'll piss any dad off. Yeah. Like, what the fuck? Would you do? I can't say it on here.
Man, you are on today.
What would you do?
Well, I wouldn't turn into Chris Benoit.
Damn, nigga. Hey, I didn't say all that. Come on,
sounds like the direction you're going into.
No, I wasn't going there. The fuck? What the fuck?
I mean, my thoughts on it is that's something that's not. Yeah, I would hate for that to happen. Like,
but what would you do?
I don't know because
first of all, I wouldn't put myself in that situation.
Thank you.
I strap up.
I do not put myself in situations like that because at the end of the day, I do want a wife. I want children to grow up in a household where their parents are married. There's no drama. There's no baby mama this, baby daddy that.
So people that think like that.
So I don't put myself in situations that could compromise that goal later on in life. And having said that, if by chance I'm unsuccessful in doing that and I do end up in that case, you just got to do what you got to do to make sure you're in your kid's life so that does not happen.
Yeah,
because I mean,
pretty much.
As Yvanna said, when you do have multiple baby mamas and you're on the road and you're partying all the time and, you know, it's just the time's being taken. At the end of the day, it's all about the kids. And when time's being taken from the kids and another man happens to step in, I mean,
See with me when it comes to that situation, I just don't care because I ain't related to them niggas. I don't give a fuck. So, if it results in some good music, okay. I hope Ciara gets a hit one day. Again.
Would you care if Future called us and said, I want the iLLogical podcast to be a part of my Dirty Sprite tour? Would you care then?
I would care because he paid me. The fuck? Fuck Ciara at that point. The fuck? I'll be leaning the fuck out every podcast, man.
Okay, one more little gossip situation. Kim K.
What she do now?
What does she do now?
Two things.
Uh-oh.
She's serving soul food on Sundays.
What?
Oh.
And she's cooking this magnificent soul food that she got.
Magnificent.
Supposedly.
So, like you were there.
No, this is what she's doing though. She got these recipes for this chicken and these greens and all that shit. And she's basically inviting black people every Sunday
oh my God.
to come and try it.
Yeah, that's all
Kanye. Their opinion on video.
On Snapchat?
On Snapchat.
Damn, that's sad.
So, Terrence J, how does this taste? So,
Kevin Hart.
So,
I pulled this up on Twitter.
Chicken.
He looks so frightened to say it sucks. He looks so terrified.
I mean, at least she's trying. Man. Like, she's trying to, be like one of us, I guess. I don't know. Like,
I mean, when black and brown folks getting killed, what are you doing to impact? And I guess her way of helping impact is making some
Kardashian soul food.
I'm not mad at it. I can't be the judge unless I taste it.
I mean, I saw that one video of Kanye just finishing his plate, and he just had this little look on his face, like, fine, I ate it.
I mean,
what would you rate that? What would you rate that out of 10?
I mean, it looks
just by
decent.
the looks.
We're looking at a picture right now. I mean, we're gonna eat it because it's there. I mean, we niggas. But what would you rate out of 10?
Man, that's a 7.
Shit. See, at least she's trying. Yeah, at least she's trying.
Just off the looks, that's about a.
She's trying.
7. I mean, yeah.
Imagine her at Thanksgiving, bruh. Damn.
But she's known for catering to her man. Whatever.
She'd even do that for Reggie Bush, though, because Reggie Bush probably know her cooking sucked. I mean,
he probably do something else too.
Damn. I mean, 7 probably what?
I want to know who she's gonna invite next week.
Oh, so Terrence J and Kevin Hart.
That was this Sunday. Yeah, Terrence J, Kevin Hart. I can't even think of who else. But the first week was John Legend.
Just a bunch of black folks, pretty much.
Yeah.
So she's inviting pretty much the whole cast to Think Like a Man.
Pretty much, bro.
If you're in Think Like a Man,
You're being invited.
yeah.
I mean,
Clear your schedule.
And Kanye was there, then he, because it's his wife, and he ate the whole plate, everything.
I'm sure he did.
And he just sat there like with the disgusted look on his face.
He probably gonna write a song about it.
Chicken, fried chicken.
Yeah, there you go.
Don't steal that shit, yeah. Well, he probably will. So, but
Gotta get your copyrights.
So, not in sporting news, Tim Duncan finally hung it up with his old ass. How do you feel about that? I mean, you're a Laker fan. You should be happy about that shit. So you can be as petty as you want.
I mean,
laugh, nigga.
You have the respect for certain
Yeah. I mean,
but still, you a Laker extremist. That's what you called yourself.
Yeah, but I mean, you gotta understand. There's a difference between the Spurs and the Warriors.
Oh my God.
The Spurs with us and the Spurs, we've been in situations where the winner of that series usually ends up winning the championship. So there's a degree of hatred towards them, but there's a sense of it's a respectful hatred. Like, man, y'all I'm tired of y'all. Like, y'all are knocking us out, but then we go back, get our revenge, and then their fans do the same thing. I mean, we got that pretty much for all of Tim and Kobe's career. I mean, I think we played them like 6 times in the playoffs, and I think out of those 6 times, 5 times, if I'm not mistaken, 5 times the teams ended up winning the title. So I mean, what can you say about Tim? I mean, he's arguably the greatest power forward in the game that the game has produced. I mean, he's class act. One thing that's rare in today's society is athletes that don't want to be bothered. And Tim was the personification of leave me alone. I don't want to be bothered.
And he always played straight to the game. He didn't really do no crazy dunks, just hella layups and
no flashiness, just straight. I mean, that's why his nickname was the Big Fundamental. So I mean, and from that aspect, I don't have anything bad to say about Tim Duncan's respect. That Hall of Fame ceremony in about 5 years, man. You got Kobe and you got Tim Duncan headlining that because they're both first ballot.
Shit.
I mean, think about that. You got that, and then in the NFL Hall of Fame, you got Peyton Manning and Charles Woodson headlining that one.
Mm-hmm.
Like, man, that
how many years do you think Tom Brady has left in him? Maybe 2
or 3.
Man.
Maybe he could squeeze out 4, depending on health.
If he doesn't get suspended again.
Maybe.
Deflate them balls, bruh. And then in Warrior news, this is your favorite news story of the week. Dude, at 7 in the morning. 7 in the morning, dog, I get a text. First I look up and I see Tim Duncan retired. I'm like, oh, okay. And then I wake up again, and then I'll see another Snapchat from JC, and I'm just like, what the fuck? No, damn.
I was like, funny. I was like,
Yeah. I was like, yo, Draymond Green got arrested? She's like, yeah, JC sent me a snap, and I just look at him like, yeah, there it is. I ain't gonna look at it. so petty, dog.
So we, with football and everything, we're on a summer break. We've been on summer break. This is our 5th week, and then next week we start going up. Well, as far as the Raiders are concerned, we go to Napa for training camp.
He works for the Raiders, everybody.
I said that last week.
Well, sometimes people don't listen.
Well, they should.
This is illogical sense, so we got to put some sense.
So you go back and listen last week, and you'll put that together, and you can ignore Busby's interruption this week. So in the meantime, I've been whipping around for Uber and Lyft, you know what I'm saying? And that's side money, just whipping around on the street, you know what I'm saying? And I ended up having to take a couple passengers back to Daly City. I was in Daly City with my younger brother. We were at City College San Francisco for 2 years. And I'm pulling up to drop the passenger off at the BART station, and my phone starts buzzing off, and I'm like, oh, wait, what? And before I could even check the phone on the mount, I'm listening to ESPN radio, and, breaking news, Draymond Green was arrested, and I never want to see anybody get arrested. That's not...
I was about to say that.
That's not cool. That is not cool. However, anytime that the Warriors are in a negative light, and I have a chance to be petty...
You can pass it up.
I love being Duncan Petty Hughes.
Duncan Petty
I love it.
You just made that up?
No, that was from Class Act.
Oh,
yeah, see?
Okay,
yeah, see?
That. Oh, okay. I see what you did there. I see.
I didn't want to be... I didn't want to be Petty Pendergrass yesterday. I wanted to be Duncan Petty Hughes.
Petty Hughes.
Yes. So when I got it, yes, of course, I went on all my snaps. You can hit me up, JC No Hunnits.
JC No Hunnits.
I went on all the snaps and I started taunting all my regular Warriors fans.
And I'm not a Warrior fan, bro.
Now I will say this: I gave Busby an opportunity because he says he grew up a Kobe fan. He loves Kobe's game. So I gave Busby a month. I gave him a month, and I said, Busby, all you gotta do is just say you're a Lakers fan, and it's all good because there's about to be a storm coming, Busby, and I promise you, if you don't join now, I can't help you. And I told him this every day.
I don't care,
every single day for a month, and finally, when the Warriors lost in the finals and he still hadn't responded yet, I had to lump him in with everybody else. My philosophy is if you not for me or with me, you against me and you my enemy. And I love keeping my enemies close, which is why I'm sitting next to Busby today.
I don't care, but I tell you, I don't care.
But it gets better because
you're just making beef up like you Joe Budden or something.
Well, this ain't making up beef. You know what I'm saying? I gave you an opportunity.
But I told you I don't care.
Well, now you gonna care. I'm gonna make sure you care.
You gonna make me a Warrior fan out of spite?
Yes. And you're going to suffer.
I'm not going to suffer
every single day for the rest of your life.
So what did he get arrested for?
He got arrested for slapping a dude for taunting him at a club. Fans do act reckless, but he probably told him, hey, you suck for blowing a 3-1 lead in the finals. I would have slapped him too.
Well, for what?
Because I blew a 3-1 lead. I don't want to hear that shit.
Well, win the finals and you won't have to deal with people doing that to you in the club. How about that? Why don't you put some responsibility on Draymond Green? How about he stop kicking people in the nuts so you don't get suspended for games?
I would have kicked him in the nuts and slapped him.
Well, see, that's the first thing I thought. I thought he got arrested for kicking somebody in the nuts because I was like, oh man, that sounds way too familiar. Like that'd be gold, that'd be perfect. But in fast forwarding, yes, I was walking around the Westlake Shopping Center and I was taunting.
Picking up Pokemon.
I don't do Pokemon. I never did Pokemon.
Nigga, you need to be doing Pokemon,
I will make fun of you.
I do. You gonna make fun of me? Nigga, I gotta catch them all, nigga.
I hope you end up in the wrong neighborhood at the wrong time and they steal all your Pokemon.
How can they steal all their Pokemons on a phone, yucko?
Well, they erase all your data. I hope a group of nerds hijack you and...
Wow, hijack me for my Mewtwo? Really?
Yeah.
For my Pikachu?
I hope they don't...
Someone explain to me what the hell is Pokemon?
I have no idea.
Okay, let me explain. Pokemon Go is an app that was created by Nintendo and Google, and what they did is that it's pretty much a live-action Pokemon, and they have Pokemon spread all over the world in your neighborhood, everything.
So is it a visual
Yes, it's pretty much.
It's on your phone.
It's on your phone. You
go to a
walk out.
location.
Yeah, you walk around and you just pick up You got Pokeballs and throw it. And that's what everyone's been doing. You get power-ups, you get hella Pokeballs. It's like a live-action Pokemon. It's fucking addicting. I never thought I'd do it because I thought I was like, this is stupid. But then when I started doing it, Pokemon just popped up in my house. I caught that motherfucker. I caught that motherfucker.
I did see like a little meme thing where it was like before Pokemon and then you're like big and then after Pokemon.
But you gotta catch them all, bruh. I got, and it's kind of, and it's also like, yeah, it's active. No, you can run if you want. You can just walk. And if you walk, you can hatch Pokemon and catch more Pokemon.
Getting people outside.
Yeah, Michelle Obama did all that shit, and then Nintendo and Google got that shit done in like a week. Now, like it's like the highest rated app ever, but you gotta be careful because you give out all your information.
Let's not spend too much time on Pokemon.
Y'all need to grow up.
Niggas.
You really need to grow up.
Tell the millions of people that.
But before I finish, yesterday's news started with Draymond Green losing. But it ended with the Lakers Summer League team waxing that Warriors' ass.
I don't care.
I don't care if it is the NBA Finals or it is a meaningless exhibition game on a regular basketball hoop and you only got 2-on-2. If you are in official Lakers gear and you are sanctioned by the Los Angeles Lakers and you happen to play, I'm rooting for you and I'm laughing if you fail and you don't become successful against them. So I don't care if all this argument, it's just Summer League. That's all you have to live for when you're a Lakers fan. Yeah, well, everybody has a team in Summer League, and I guess yours wasn't good enough, which we shall go into a little bit more detail.
I don't care, bro.
Have you noticed that?
I don't care.
Have you noticed that the Warriors finished 0 they went 0-3 in the last 3 games of the season, and since they signed Kevin Durant, they're 0-2 in Summer League. Have you noticed that?
I have. We're at my house right now,
Busby, do you care about my Lakers swimsuit that I was wearing?
Yeah. Put on.
But you were wearing them Warriors shit. No, she's a Warrior fan too.
I'm just trying to
No, give me a high five. No.
I care about the Niners.
I'm not a Lakers fan.
But you were sporting the gear. That's all I need.
Shit, she was in LA.
Hey, first of all, I done told you. You sounding like a Warrior fan more and more each day goes.
I know. I'm a Niner fan. Jed York hater. Get it right.
Yeah, I'm a Niner fan.
But fuck Jed York. Get that right. Fuck that old whole ass nigga for fucking up my team.
There you go.
Bitch ass nigga. See, that's when the pettiness comes out of me. Is when I talk about Jed York for fucking up my fucking 49ers. Oh, bitch ass nigga.
You wouldn't have to get to that point if you just rooted for the Lakers and it wouldn't.
What the hell does the Lakers got to do with the 49ers?
Because then it wouldn't get. I wouldn't have to come antagonize you to the point where you start getting upset and need an outlet to go to somebody else. You know what I'm saying? It's all a cycle. You refuse to see the bigger picture.
The bigger picture of what, nigga? What are you talking
about? That the Warriors are trash. That's the bigger picture, man.
There's any excuse to talk about the Warriors.
Like, I'm just talking about the Niners, and he just rotated it back to the fucking Warriors.
That's the point. But speaking
any other sports news?
Yes. We will vaguely touch on Gilbert Arenas and Swaggy P. That video clip. Did you see the video clip?
By far the most funniest shit I've seen.
On Gilbert Arenas' Snapchat? Where he... Okay, so...
He's doing a music video?
No. So a little backstory.
Yeah,
there's just a little backstory. Gilbert Arenas, he has
no chill. Oh my god.
He's amazing.
You got ranch?
His only...
Oh yeah, I got ranch.
Nigga!
Man, you interrupting my stuff for some ranch.
I'm just saying, that's all the ranch.
It ain't even Wingstop ranch. That's so disrespectful.
It's ranch.
Anyways, Gilbert Arenas, his only fault in his career was that he was a Warrior at one point in his career. He went undrafted out of Arizona, and the Warriors picked him up, and he just blew up from there. And then he left for the Wizards, signed at the time was a 6-year, $110 million deal, which was unheard of at that time. Now, fast forward to his final year with them. This young kid at a USC by the name of Nick Young had no playing time.
You said UFC or USC? I'm about to say, the fuck?
No,
USC. Brock Lesnar, the fuck?
He couldn't get any playing time, ironically, considering that was in the video.
What? Oh, yeah.
And so what Gilbert actually did was he actually faked an injury, or he faked being sick. So that way Nick could take over in the starting lineup. And then he admitted it like a couple days later. And it kind of like, from that point on, his relationship with the Wiz, well, it wasn't that. I mean, you can't really have guns in your locker, like pointing them at your teammates, to, in a fight either. Yeah. But getting back to what happened last week. So they have like this big brother, little brother relationship type. Mm-hmm. So I guess he went over and Nick wouldn't give him the code to his gate. So he had to hop the fence. He then proceeds into the house and starts.
Oh my god!
And starts just.
She took your soul. That's what
just starts going at him, just asking him all like, just straight like, why you always cheating on Iggy? Like,
no. The funniest part is how he was fucking with his kid, man. oh, Gilbert love the kids. Man, the fuck off my couch, nigga.
And I'll say this because I've seen a lot of people that are up in arms, like he's like a big bully. Why is he messing with the kids? Maybe it's just a black and brown thing. I don't know, but I can attest that there's always that one family member, whether it's that cousin, that uncle, sometimes the aunt, where they just come over and that is your first encounter with a bully and you just got to deal with it. Like you just grow up and you just learn how to deal with it. And in that instance, Uncle Gilbert is little Nick's bully. Like he got to learn how to deal with it.
He's like, what are you?
What did he say?
Well, he was playing with like some little toy on the couch or whatever, and he goes, you know, I love the kids, and he just looks at it and he smacks it off the couch. He's like, get the hell out of here.
And then he, on the court, he's all going, oh, you got all this big court, but no playing time? And you still can't get no playing time?
And I guess Lil Nick, when it wasn't on video, the ball hit him in the face, and so he's crying on the court, and Gilbert's laughing like he got hit in the face with a ball, and now he's crying. And then he walks up to him and he goes, do you like me? And he says, no. And he grabs his scooter and he throws it across the field.
And then Nick Young's like, what are you doing to my son, bruh?
It is hilarious.
Oh,
like,
man.
if you haven't seen it, look it up.
It's fucked up humor, because I got a fucked up humor. We all got a fucked up humor.
It's fun. It's comedy. Like,
we're kind of fucked up.
It's something that I needed to see to help smooth over what happened last week. Go see it. And shout out to Swaggy P, Gilbert Arenas. If you need me to petition to get y'all your own reality TV show.
Why?
What?
They're so disrespectful.
What?
To women.
He is?
Both of them.
I mean, shit. I mean, the last thing he said is that
he's going in on Laura.
Laura who?
His ex-wife or whatever. You guys.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Oh, he did. Oh damn, he hella got quiet. Now we feel bad for laughing.
I don't feel bad. I just said, oh
yeah. Psych. Well, damn, the Michael Jackson video is playing in the background. He just looked at the screen and, the laugh. Now he's looking sad. Yeah, that just kind of brought the mood down. So, movies.
That covers sports. I'm done with that.
Yeah, so movies. I saw a movie last week. If you follow me on Twitter, I always do Busby at the movies. I'll let you know what movies to watch, what movies not to. Oh, no, back to sports. One more thing. Shout out to Brock Lesnar for winning his UFC shit.
No shout out to Brock Lesnar.
No, what are you talking
wasted my $60 for watching that crap.
Well, shit. Anyway, he got $8 million off that tag, and he's with WWE and UFC. He got his money. He got to do what he wants. So, shout out to the Suplex City governor.
Is that shit still real? I mean, fake? Is that shit still fake?
Anyway, so I went to the movies, and I went to the movies last week, and if you follow me on Twitter, I do Busby at the movies, and I always talk about like the hottest movie that you should see.
I thought you said you were tired of hashtags though, and that's a hashtag.
No. That's a racial man. Shut your ass up. That's not what I meant, motherfucker. You know what I meant. You know what I meant, you nigga.
I wouldn't have said that if you just said you're gonna be a Lakers fan. I just want you to know that right up front.
The fuck you on FaceTime for?
Because I need to clear off myself. Don't be worried about what I'm doing. This Lakers business. You're not a part of it.
Don't be thirsting.
Oh yeah. Hey. I watched Finding Dory.
Oh yeah, Finding Dory's is shit.
So cute.
Shit, like my homegirl said she saw that shit, but she was drunk and she said it was boring. Like, why the fuck
you went to the movies to watch Finding Dory?
Drunk, yes, and then she said it was boring, and I'm like, of course it was boring because you were drunk. Person listening to this will know who I'm talking about, but at the same time, like, what the fuck? But anyway, I saw that Zac Efron movie, Mike and Dave, the wedding adventure bullshit. Shit's cool for what it was, So
to go see or no?
You can go see if you want, just so you can get a nice laugh and shit. And what other movie you should see? And then after that, hi. Oh yeah, JC's like filming me for his girl.
I watched The Purge.
Oh yeah, I saw that movie.
How was it?
It was entertaining.
Like a lot of people say, it kind of touches on what's going on, and I feel like it's something that might happen. I saw the first one. I didn't see the second one. This one, shit. I'm a scaredy cat. Like,
it's not that scary.
It was kind of scary. It was like.
Are you a scaredy cat? Or you just don't like gore? Because there's a difference.
Combination of both.
Gore.
So do you like that supernatural shit?
I don't like all the blood and the chopping off the heads and the.
Oh wow.
And the.
Yeah, well.
It was good though. But I was restless. I can't go to the movies. Like their chairs are so annoying. Like I have to sit on the couch or.
And Netflix and chill, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it was good.
Yeah. Yeah, and then what other movies coming out this week? Some other movies coming out. Oh, some movie. I'm probably going to see it, and I'll let y'all know if it's good or not. Just follow me on the Twitter, at Mr. Busby40, like the lowercase o, 8. You'll see it on the SoundCloud, iTunes, all that crap. So, yeah, that's my little movie corner. I thought it would have been more in depth, but I guess I was wrong. So, shit. So, is there anything else we need to talk about? Or we cover everything?
I don't know. What else is there?
Shit. Michael Jackson's on my TV right now.
As you said for the third time.
I know, because everyone needs to fucking know. You're going to hear it, too. All y'all going to hear it. Yeah.
I think there's more, but what?
But it's like... Oh.
Oh, what happened last night? The VH1.
Oh, the VH1 honors. Oh yeah, yeah.
I didn't pay attention. Oh, like I said, I was watching the Lakers whoop that ass.
Do the Biggie thing, or was that
Young Thug? That was Rich Homie Quan.
I need a full breakdown. I need a breakdown. I didn't watch it.
What happened? Okay, let me tell y'all what happened. They did a tribute, and Lil' Kim came out, and she did her little song with, like, the song she did with Biggie. And for whatever reason, they thought it'd be. They thought it would be cool. Oh yeah, she did kill it. All of them killed in the Missy Elliott tribute. It was all good. And also, it was kind of ghetto, too, because it was live. I thought it was going to be taped, but it was actually live. So, it was like, Busta Rhymes was kind of going off script. He was cussing up a storm and all that. Speeches went long. And then Faith Evans was being hella petty. Oh, yeah, Faith Evans introduced Lil' Kim. She was hella fucking being petty. She was all going like, oh, yeah, she kind of got into some fights even with me. Ha, ha, ha. Ha, ha. I was like, wow, that's petty. Yeah. And, you know, she introduced her and she gave props to Lil' Kim and shit. And Diddy came out. And then, but what happened was that, what's that song that Kim and Biggie have together? Like the most well-known one?
Say that again?
What's the song that Lil' Kim and Biggie have together? Because it escapes my mind.
Get Money?
Yeah, Get Money. They came out and did Get Money. And then Kim did her part, and then Rich Homie Quan came out, and he just pretty much fucked up on the whole verse. Didn't even remember, he was just ad-libbing. Just fucked up on the whole verse. First of all, why was VH1 thinking that they wanted to get Rich Homie Quan? Why couldn't they get Fabulous?
Where was Jadakiss at?
Where was Fabulous? D-Block was there. They were all there.
What's the difference between Rich Homie Quan and Young Thug?
Well, Rich Homie Quan, you can kind of understand what he's talking about. Young Thug, you don't understand
I feel like
shit.
they're the same person.
Yeah, to an extent. Then, you know, Rich Gang and shit, but, yeah.
Oh, Rich Gang.
Rich Gang! But, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And, you know, Rich Homie Quan already apologized. And it was like a big uproar. Like, I mean, if you're gonna go out there and represent one of the greatest rappers of all time, you need to do your research and learn his lyrics. At least have a teleprompter up there. Stupid motherfucker. Karaoke. I mean, that's all it really was.
He really forgot the lyrics.
He forgot the lyrics completely.
Well, what did he do? He just got quiet?
He just was like, yeah, yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah, just ad-libbing shit, just making up words and shit. Lil' Kim tried to cover and tried to do Biggie's ad-libs, but he still just wasn't grasping it. Like, you could have, you could have gotten Fabulous, you could have paid Hove, you could have gotten somebody, but, you know.
Rich Homie Quan, you got to do better, man.
And I mean, he knew he fucked up. He went on Instagram and apologized and shit, but.
What else happened on the show? Like, honestly,
it was just a whole bunch of tributes. Like, everyone killed it. Like, Missy Elliott killed it. The Missy Elliott tribute, the Queen Latifah tribute. All of it was pretty dope. All of it was pretty dope.
Was it just focusing on the women?
Okay. It was just focused on the women.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, somehow.
Eve was up there.
Yeah, because see, last night I was watching the game, and then I went back and forth between that and Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Why do you watch Love and Hip Hop, my nigga?
It's a great show, man.
What's so great about it?
You just get to see how much better your life is compared to other people. Especially people with money.
They got money? Only person who makes any type of sense on that show is Cardi B. And she's like the most ratchet person.
That's the wrong one.
What do you mean?
That's the regular Love and Hip Hop. This one's Love and Hip Hop Atlanta.
Oh, yeah, they got hella of those motherfuckers. Can you imagine if they did a Love and Hip Hop Bay Area?
No, because people would get shot.
Yeah, they would.
And that'd be the end of the show.
If one episode in.
Yeah. The first episode would be them at a taqueria, and they get into an altercation, and somebody gets shot in the leg, and then that's the end.
At a taqueria, though?
Yeah.
They're seminary.
And some rap cats...
Or they just keep it in San Francisco or something.
And some rap cats are going to find out that they share baby mamas with some dude that works the toll booth at BART.
Damn.
So, you know, I don't think that's necessarily going to work.
That would be good television, though.
I mean, it'd be great, but I'm fearful for people's safety, you know? Like,
true.
I mean, when you're dealing with, like, Atlanta and New York and Hollywood, you know, at least these guys have names that they got to protect somewhat, you know? I love my folks out the Bay, but they don't have that same ideology.
No, they got no.
They got
Niggas don't know how to act out here.
Yeah, an issue with you. They gonna
2 Chainz comes out here for some weed, he gets robbed. Chris Brown tries to perform at Fiesta like a fucking idiot. What happens? You get shot.
Them niggas getting it in over there.
Pop, 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 pop. Nigga getting it in. Oh, Chris Brown. That's what we need to talk about. Chris motherfucking Brown.
What's he up to now?
Well, besides losing his manager and his publicist, just fucking up.
What do you do now?
His show got canceled, or his...
Damn, his show got canceled now, too?
He had some kind of show getting canceled recently.
Well, like last...
Wait, like a TV show or a concert?
Performance.
Oh, okay. It's like, when did he get a TV show? Okay.
I just remember, like, pretty much he fired his manager because he said his manager was stealing from him, so he beat up his manager. His manager's suing him. His publicist quit.
He beat up his mom?
No, some other dude. No.
Oh, his mom ain't managing him?
No, hell no.
Oh,
She's
man. I'm about to say,
he broke her window.
I'm about to say, man, why is this man still free? Like, lock him up. What is he doing?
Yeah, he beat up his manager. He beat up, he threatened his publicist, and his publicist just quit. And, he urinated in some little hotel and shit like that, even though he said that didn't happen. But at the same time, man, Chris Brown's losing his damn mind, man. That's so unfortunate.
He's creeping on Carucci's pictures.
He always does that. He's a psychopath. He is a legit the crazy boyfriend. He's crazy.
Man,
we have Lamar.
That man's sick, man.
He got escorted out of the double fight because he was drunk and vomiting and all this stuff.
See all the shit going on.
Chloe, like, where you at? Like, damn, Chloe is not a babysitter.
Chloe
kind of. They keep going with Chloe. I feel like she did the best she could.
My homeboy Brandon. Shout out to my homeboy Brandon Younger. His downfall is he's a Warriors fan too. But
what the fuck?
But that's my dog. He's a big time Raiders fan. He actually played in high school with Marshawn Lynch. That's still his boy to this day. He actually was coaching a 19 and under USA team with a few other coaches. They got back from China a couple days ago. He said he saw Lamar Odom in the airport, and then I just read the report today, and I'm like, I'm getting ready to fall on bended knee, praying to the heavens above,
pray for Weezy too.
Please.
Oh yeah, Weezy got
another seizure.
Yeah.
Another one.
Another one.
Did he put the styrofoam down, or is he still messing with that?
He's still doing the shit.
Lord have mercy.
Nasty. I tried it.
Lord have mercy.
Yeah, he's still doing that shit, bro. And I don't even want to say it, but yeah. It's like the last verses he's been spitting lately. I don't want to say it. But
no, go ahead and say it.
No,
I'll say it for you. It's trash.
No, well, okay.
It's garbage. The last 3 or 4 years of his career have been garbage.
I'm
trash.
talking about what's going to lead into the trash. The trash is going to lead to...
I hate to say it because Weezy at one point was the man. He was the bar.
Oh, man.
But now I understand why Birdman is not... I owe Birdman an apology. I really do, because I went bad on Birdman last year for not dropping Carter 5, and then I heard that free Weezy album. I immediately went back to Twitter and I tagged that man. I said, I am so sorry. You obviously know what is right and what is wrong, and what is wrong is putting out a Weezy album trying to sell it.
I never looked at it that way.
I never looked at it either.
That free Weezy album was garbage.
Which one?
Free. Oh. My brother loves Lil Wayne. So
and he hated it?
He always forces Lil Wayne music on me. Like, when they call him, listen to this. I'm like, nah.
That album is garbage.
I know.
I pray and I hope that one day he finds his way back to what he used to do. But
nah, ain't gonna happen. He's done.
But his replacement so far has been Jaquez.
Oh yeah, no, he's not no damn replacement.
That's how Birdman is. So if you watch the Music Mogul show on BET,
I know who the fuck that nigga is. Man.
Yeah, that's how he's marketing. He's marketing him.
But it's not gonna work.
He's marketing him like he's 1999 R&B hot boy Wayne.
But that's not gonna work though, because people ain't that. Well, people are idiots. Niggas are idiots. Word to OG Mako. But
bitch, you guessed it.
Even though there's all this shit we talked about Lil Wayne, he does have a Little Louisiana 2 or something like that.
Oh my lord!
Show.
With
no, not a mixtape or anything.
Oh yeah, it's a show.
Concert.
I mean, they've been Two Chainz and Weezy. They've been doing it, even though you hate that damn album.
That album was garbage.
Collegrove.
Oh man,
there were some tracks, but the rest was just blah. It's one of those albums.
And I like 2 Chainz too. I want to get it off. There's gonna be a lot of projects there's gonna be a lot of projects that I say over time that are garbage and trash. It's no reflection of how I feel towards the artist. I just feel like artists get too complacent and they just put out anything.
They get lazy.
2 Chainz, he's like a smart.
He's very smart.
His music is so dumb. Like, fucking dumb.
No, compared to the music that's out right now, when you listen to like his first 2 albums and shit, it's like, wow, this is actually kind of deep. I used to hate 2 Chainz. I used to hate his ass.
I always liked 2 Chainz.
I don't listen to it. So like I used to check that out. I don't listen to his albums.
I liked 2 Chainz back when he was Titty Boy and DTP.
He still is.
I've always liked 2 Chainz.
I still call him Titty Boy.
But that Collie Grove album is garbage. And I'm not going to... The Free Weezy album was garbage.
You know what album really pissed me off back in the day, since we talking about garbage albums? Nicki Minaj's Roman Reloaded. I fucking hate that fucking album.
Everything she's put out since her first album
I'm talking
garbage.
about Roman Reloaded. That
I'm
album...
saying that everything she's put out since her first album is garbage.
No. I'm just saying straight up.
Wait, really quick. Do you guys think that Safari writes her shit? Because she hasn't
got
anything.
Yeah, she does.
Came out with anything.
Exactly. And all the verses...
He was credited on the song.
And all the verses she freaking spits out lately have been trash. Just absolutely trash.
LeBron, Steph Curry,
She's just stupid.
What?
I don't know. She's just an idiot. Like Joe Budden said, he called her stupid. She has and Miley Cyrus even said back then, like, she's not a good person, and her actions of late kind of showed it. Even when you see on social media and everything, her and Meek are meant for each other. But back to what I was saying, Roman Reloaded pissed me the fuck off. I'm getting memories. I'm in flashbacks thinking about that because I liked Pink Friday. And when I first heard the first, I'm like, okay, let's see how she goes, see how she progressed. And then I listened to that bullshit, the first track. I was like, what the fuck is this? And then I just started listening to more trap. I'm like, okay, this is kind of garbage. But then at the halfway point where that shit turned to Starships and went completely pop, I got so pissed off. Like, it was like, what the fuck are you doing, bitch? Like, why did you do that? You were the chosen one. I was sounding like Obi-Wan Kenobi. You were the chosen one.
Artists always say, like, oh, I don't want to be put in a box. I don't want to be put in
She
a
was
box.
trying to make super bass over and over again, man. And it was just... I mean, it still went platinum, and then she released a Pink Print, which was aight. It was aight.
It was garbage. Call it what it is.
It was aight.
It was garbage.
It was just aight. But
name a song off that wasn't a single.
That wasn't a single?
See, you took too long. It's garbage. Anytime you have to ask the question back,
so you can, 2 years ago.
If you have to ask the question back, just to get you to re-jog your memory, it's garbage. It's garbage.
I was trying to think about it. Oh, let me look it up.
Oh, see, you gotta look it up. That's how. Yep. See.
Oh, I gotta look it up.
You probably gonna name a Meek Mill song just because of the fact that it's still together.
No, I won't. Let's see. Pink Print.
I mean, and side note, so we don't keep focusing on garbage. Shout out to Big Crit. I'm halfway through the freestyle series that he dropped last week. That man went out. That was dope.
I'm trying to look. Yeah. Okay, you're right. The shit was. I don't. Now all this is not memorable.
Oh, I listened to Jameson.
Oh yeah. How'd you like it?
How'd you like that?
I didn't listen to a lot of it, but I went and searched his name, and his videos are very weird, but they're interesting.
Okay.
It was good. No, it was really good.
Okay.
All right.
Well, yeah, that's pretty much all we have today. You know, we were just talking all shit like we always do, and I hope it brightened y'all day. And at the end of the day, JC, I don't give a fuck about the Warriors or the Lakers. Until then, thank you for listening to the iLLogical podcast with me, Busby, Yvanna Mama, and JC.
Laker gang.
Anyway, bye.